Hi again. I'm going to be talking about my dismount bag or bailout bag as a Bradley crew member. Um, First things first, I want to talk about what I've got going up top here. In the last video, I talked about clipping your fighting load to your dismount or bailout bag. This is what I was talking about. This is the USGI assault pack, so the issued assault pack that everyone fucking gets. It's got these buckles up here that you can use to, like, I'm pretty sure the intended use is for you to clip the bag on top of like the large rucksack frame. Pretty sure nobody does that, but you can use it to clip your placard onto. And if you're one of those guys whose units aren't cool with having your own unissued equipment, I've got my taps rig here, which isn't set up all the way right now, but you can, again, pop off the straps. It's got the same male buckles that your placard does, and you just clip it up like that too, and then you can clip it into the cinching straps on the side of the pack too, just to keep it more tight. But yeah, that's what I was talking about in the last video. I just want to get that out of the way first and foremost. So let's talk about the bag first. This is the issued assault pack. When I was looking at bags, I was seriously considering getting the Shaw PCP. I think it's a pretty neat concept of how, and a pretty well done concept of having a backpack on while wearing a plate carrier and not having to deal with excess straps and shit like that. The main reason I didn't is, one, the price point. I can't justify to myself spending $300 on that when I have this, and also the capacity it has. I think it has about like 9 liters in the main pocket, whereas I think this has like 27. So as a scout, I need to carry more stuff, obviously. So just decided to stick with the issued assault pack, but I'm working on trying to develop a solution to where I can have a similar setup to the PCP with this bag. Whenever that's finished, I'll probably make a video on that too. It'll probably be like some destructive mods that make it so you can't turn it back in at SIF, but I already fucked up this bag because one of the straps got caught inside my driver's hatch and I had to cut it. So it was already fucked to begin with. So might as well just make it something usable, I guess, you know. All right. Anyways, first up, on the sides of the pouch, or the bag, I have these 2 of these 2 liter square canteens, just inside the 200 round saw pouches. I guess I should talk about the philosophy of this. It's a good idea to have an assault pack stuffed with, like, just in general and on any mounted position, like whether you're like driving a JLTV, a Brad, a 113 Strikers, or fucking if you're a tanker. It's a good idea to have just a bag that's full of like spare water and, you know, MREs and stuff like that in case, you know, something happens to your vehicle and you need to get out. Or if you're in a JLTV, you can like stow the vehicle, I guess, I don't know, and get out and do a patrol. I feel like my philosophy is a bit different because as a scout, I mean, doctrinally you're ahead. You're way out past your frontline trace, is way past your friendly front lines. So if your Bradley goes down, that doesn't mean that your mission is over for you. Like, you've lost an enabling factor, and you've lost some pretty heavy optics and firepower, but it doesn't mean that you can't continue scouting and you can't continue to report information back to higher. So that was the philosophy I had when I went into putting all the shit in here. Because once you're out of the Brad, if it's due to a fire or something like that, or you've been immobilized in some way and you can't use the Brad anymore, you're now your job is now you're a dismount. You're now a dismounted scouting squad. So you need something to keep your mission essential equipment in case that you can't go back to the Brad and grab your rucksack off the side. So generally what I would like to do with this is keep this in the driver's hole with me, just like behind my seat, or maybe even under it. If you're short enough and your seat's high enough, you can probably stow it under you. But if you're like me and you're average height, you're probably going to be using the seat at the lowest setting, and it probably will not fit underneath the seat. So you'll probably have to keep it behind the seat, which is fine, because if you've ever been inside of a Bradley, you know that those seats fold down on top of itself. So if you're slamming the hatch up, if you're dropping the ramp, letting the dismounts out if you can, and then raising your own hatch, you can just grab this and like chuck it out. And ideally you'll have like some sort of helmet, like whether it be an ACH or even a high cut, strapped to the top carrying handle too, just because you don't want to be wearing a CVC trying to conduct, trying to do anything, because you won't be able to conduct sills with it on. It's probably not, you probably don't have a camo cover on it. So if it gets wet, it's going to shine like shit. Probably doesn't have an NVG bracket on it. So you're not going to be able to wear nods, or you're going to have to hold it up to your eyeball. Everyone knows that sucks. So, and also sometimes some guys don't even have CVC shells that are rated the same as the ACH or high cut. So it's not doing anything for you in that situation. So it's better just to have, another helmet in there, and you can ditch the CVC. All right, let's actually get into the bag now. I think I just talked about these canteens on the side. On the bottom, I have the issued waste pack, which I'm not going to open it up because it's going to be a pain in the bitch to close, or pain in the ass to close. But in here, I just have a whoopee, a fucking poncho liner, or not poncho, a poncho, an actual poncho, and my wet weather top, just because it's easier to reach in here and grab that than it is to dig around inside the main pocket. This, again, if I'm able to grab my ruck, I'll take everything that I have in here out and put it onto my ruck if I have time. And then I'll roll this up and I'll shove it underneath the top flap. This in particular, can't see it, but there's 2 rows of MOLLE that attach it to this, and then buckles that are sewn in to the pack. That's what clips the waist pack onto it, cinches it down tighter. But if you wanted to, you can take this off super quickly. Just unbuckle these, undo the snaps, and you just basically pull it off. You probably don't even need to completely undo the MOLLE. It takes like 5 seconds to pull it off. And then you can stow this inside like a wet weather bag inside your ruck. And then you don't have to deal with that anymore. And also it's light, so it'll probably be up near the top anyways, unless you want to dig around and shove it all the way underneath your ruck. I wouldn't. I would just shove this on top. Just saying. Take these out for now. Just don't get in my way. I mean, I guess I could show that now, but Yeah, just undo these straps here, reach around, undo the snaps on the molly, and then you can almost pull it off, just straight off, but sometimes it likes to bitch. Yeah, and then you have got your waist back now, and now you can just stow this inside your ruck. Just gonna throw that over there because I frankly don't have enough room on this table for that. But now it stands up on its own, so it's all nice and pretty. Awesome. All right. Also on the sides here, I have 2 grenade pouches. They're empty right now, but again, you can stow grenades in there or a compass. I think right now all I have is a source, the source UTA. Yeah, which is something I wish Camelback did, but it's just like you take your mouthpiece off and you snap this onto it, and then you can take a canteen or a water bottle, you can stretch this over and it'll actually fit on top of the canteen mouths, and you just hold it inverted like this and it'll fill your bladder. So this is for my ice plate, but I just keep it in here for right now. All right, let's go into this front pocket here. Right now it's kind of loaded. This front pocket is fucking massive. Well, let's say that now. I usually don't carry these, but you can fit 3 of these Plat Attack Decor, 1 liter square canteens. Like almost perfect, like actually, yeah, practically perfectly, along with whatever else I have in here, which right now is just an e-tool, which, as I said before, if I have a ruck, take this out, I'll put this in the pouch I have on the ruck. If not, I'll shove it into this pouch. And then I also have the 3-pocket bandolier. So this pocket is fucking huge. And it's also got 2 of these Velcro pockets right here. 1 here, and then 1 inside, behind where the bandolier sits. You can probably fit some like small stuff in there. I think you usually keep like a little survival or like foragey kit in there. It's just got like, I don't have it in here right now. I think it's in my ruck. But it's just a small pouch that I have that has like some 550 super glue, shoe goo, fucking ferro rod, a knife sharpener. I think I used to carry a Gerber, like those fucking Gerber butcher knife looking things, but now I've just got this that I throw in my pocket, so I don't really need it anymore. So I took that out just to make it a little bit lighter, especially because I always have a knife on me anyways now. Even like a multi-tool too has a knife, so that one wasn't really needed, so I just took it out. But yeah, that's what I carry inside that pouch. I'm gonna also note, if you have one of those like the medium, oh god, what are they called? The battle board. I think it's like the Swift and the Expedition. The medium sizes for that will fit like in here like perfectly with just the bandolier. I don't know if it'll fit in here with the e-tool, but if you have just the Swift, which is just like the map board itself, I'm pretty sure that'll probably fit in here with the e-tool. But if you have like the full like fist setup where it's the what's it called, the Expedition and the Swift clipped together, which I've got in my bag over there, I'm pretty sure it doesn't fit with the e-tool in it. So fair warning on that. Inside the main pocket, I have a wet weather bag that I store everything in because, again, if I can't get back to the main pack, it's gonna suck having anything else that I have in here fucking soaked, which is probably just gonna be like, I don't have them in here right now, but I throw like some t-shirts and socks and like a Ziploc bag in here too. Having the waterproof bag also makes it easier to completely take everything out and throw it into the main pack. So that's nice. So keep all my shit inside this waterproof bag. And in it right now, all I have is one of these fucking poncho liner jackets. It's called like a smoker's jacket or something. I have one of these in there. I've got a fleece cap along with neck gaiter. And then I've got my wet weather bottoms in here. Just because if it's raining, I'm probably going to grab my top first before I grab the bottoms. It's probably easier. Yeah, if it's colder, throw more cold weather gear in here. Obviously, it'll fit. I mean, it looked pretty packed, but it's all soft. You can push it down further into the pack. And then I've just got some field stripped MREs in here too. And that's all I carry for all the content I carry inside the waterproof bag. Again, this is also just the issued waterproof bag. It's like a nylon outside, but like rubberized interior. It's the waterproofing part. Whenever you get one of these, you should always like take a flashlight and just hold it inside and like shine it around. And what you're looking for is if light comes out of the bag, because that means it's slightly compromised there. So you can just take like 100-mile-an-hour tape and just tape it up and it should be fine, honestly. So that's what I do with my waterproof bags. The other thing I've got in here is a 3-liter Camelback in here, which fits into the back pocket. Usually these come with like a plastic and foam backing to the entire pack, which I guess is for when they had, or I guess when you use the fucking massive fucking radios. I guess it's supposed to provide some sort of frame, but it really doesn't help that much, I found out. So I just fucking took it out. It also stopped me from being able to like roll or like compress this down tightly. So I just took it out and fucking ditched it somewhere. I don't remember what I did with it, honestly. But yeah, I just fucking ditched it. But what I also have is the a Molly 2 radio pouch. This is for, the sole reason I have this is if we're scuttling the Brad or if we're about to destroy it because it's inoperable and we're in a non-permissive environment, we're going to take the radios out and the dagger. So if I'm the unlucky fuck that has to carry one of those big ass fucking RT-1523s, I would like to have a pouch for it to fit into, because I've carried one of those radios before in just the pack, in just the back pocket, and it is the worst feeling ever when it sinks just all the way to the bottom, and now all that weight is just pushing up against the small of your back, and it's fucking sucks. It sucks. That's it. It just sucks. This one has a adjustment fucking strap for it to sit inside of, and then you can route your antennas or cables up through these little holes here too. But this is nice. Stops the radio from sliding all the way down, so keeps the weight more in the middle of the pack rather than all the way at the bottom, which sucks. So that's all I keep this in here for. It usually stays pressed up against the back. It doesn't really get in the way of anything else I carry. So yeah, it's real nice. But yeah, this also has, like, if I can find it, I'm not going to dig around for it right now, actually, but it has a strap. It's called like a lowering strap or something for airborne operations. But you can fucking attach a carabiner to it, and you can just clip it onto the side of the wall of the engine firewall behind your seat, which is normally what I do with my bag. I clip it onto the wall, or like sometimes I just use the carry handle. I just put it on like a little um, ledge that will hold the pack up, just so it's not on the ground like sliding around and everything. So if we get in like a rollover, um, the bag's not gonna fucking slide all the way to the back and like slam some dude in the face, or um, like fly up onto my head and slam me in the head. Granted, I'm wearing a CVC, but it still wouldn't be a fun experience. Yeah, it's not a fun experience slamming your face into the fucking DTD. So strap it up to whatever you can. Just make sure it's easy enough to just basically just rip it, like grab it, rip it off, and fucking chuck it outside the driver's hatch whenever you need to. Because if you're sitting in the vehicle's on fire and you're sitting in there fucking around with the strap, someone's probably gonna your fucking TC or your gunner is probably gonna come up and fucking rip you out of there, and then there goes all your shit, or you're just gonna fucking die inside the Brad because you couldn't get your fucking bag out, and that'll be really unfortunate for you. So don't fuck yourself over when you keep your bag inside the Brad. Again, some good spots for it underneath the seat. Honestly, you can probably keep it like even in front of the seat, like just right behind your legs, because your legs should be keeping it in place. And if you need to be recovered from the driver's seat and you just get pulled back, it shouldn't be in the way. So benefit to that too. But I'm small. I'm 5'10", 155 pounds. So real skinny dude. Fucking, I could fit through that fucking hellhole any day. So I keep it behind me, up and behind me to the right. Also, because it makes it a little bit easier to grab, like, call them morale items, I guess, but non-mission related items for like training and stuff like that. Like, usually I'll find a way to keep something like this inside of there. It's just like a battle board, not a battle board. The Right in the Rain Monsoon command desk, which, I mean, if you're a team leader or like a squad leader, yeah, it could be a mission related item, but I'm not fucking lower enlisted, so I just keep like a few notebooks in here. Those legal pads that I use to fucking write about whatever the fuck's going on, and draw and shit in. It's important to have morale items, especially in the field. It's kind of the only thing that like differentiates us from, as an all volunteer force, from our adversaries, is your morale. Generally, fighting against conscripts, they don't want to be there in the first place. But you volunteered, so your morale dips. Your morale dips a lot. You're probably not going to be any more effective than some fucking Chinese conscript. So yeah, just keep little things. That's a pretty big thing. But if I can't fit in here, I'll find a fucking another way to carry it around with me. Yeah, just having little things that keep your spirits up a little bit makes you a lot more of an effective warfighter, and yeah, it just helps. It helps a lot. I'll say that. Because, I mean, yeah, being in the field's supposed to suck. Like, you're supposed to train for it to be complete ass. But it should just be, like, your environment that fucking sucks. Your headspace, your fucking mentality should be pretty motivated, I'll say. So if you need something like that to keep you motivated, keep you up, fucking find a way, right? I usually don't keep this like entirely packed with like those 3 fucking canteens in there. So I'll usually find a way to stuff that into the main pack, or even if I can, I'll take out the e-tool, I'll shove it into the main pocket, and I'll throw that on top of my bandolier. But that's only if there's fucking not other mission related items that you have to absolutely carry. If not, I mean, honestly, I didn't talk about this earlier, but it's also got this stowage pocket, which is, I'm guessing, for airborne operations. I'm not fucking airborne, so I wouldn't know. I'm guessing it's where you stow your shoulder straps and the waist belt when you're jumping. But this honestly will fit like pretty nicely in there. It's just pretty fucking tight. Say that. Um, yeah, that'll fit in there. And honestly, it can even act as like a sort of frame too. So this is the place that I found it works best for me. So I'll usually carry this in here. You probably saw this buckle here earlier too. This is what I was talking about when I was saying, talking about trying to make this into like a shop PCP type thing. I don't know how well that would work, but I'm trying to find a way to be able to clip this onto my back rather than have fucking straps go over all the pouches I have on my side and shit. So whenever I fucking finish that again, I'll update it. But you know, keep a little small shit that keeps you up, as long as it doesn't fucking, again, as long as it doesn't fuck you over in the end. That's what's important. This probably won't, but if I think it will, I'll fucking take it out. So yeah, that's what I carry inside of a fucking bailout bag, dismount bag, whatever you want to call it. It's a simple concept that I feel a lot more crew members should do. It's a lot different than having just an assault pack that your dismounts that usually will fucking grab and chuck on when they leave. But it's something that everyone assigned to this fucking crew should be able to use, or should have, right? It's like, I'd say it's as important as training your dismounts to conduct GSTs, like training your dismounts to upload, download, AP, HE, and tows. I'd say this is our equivalent of training them to do that, is taking an assault bag, filling it with shit to be able to conduct a patrol with them. So keep a bag as a scout, especially scouts actually. Make sure you have enough shit in there that'll allow you to continue the mission. If you can't grab your rucksack, don't fucking stuff it full of just snacks and shit. And don't fucking stuff it. Like, don't fucking eat the MREs you have in there, right? There's probably going to be a box inside the fucking Brad somewhere, like a couple boxes. If they're not inside the Brad, they're probably up behind the fucking gunner and TC. Just fucking ask for an MRE or find the box inside the Brad and grab it. Should not be pulling from your fucking emergency rations, basically. Yeah, I mean, again, that's really it. You know, water, food, and ammunition, and some shit to set up observation posts or makeshift shelters. or makeshift overhead cover, I guess is more accurate. But that's all you need as a scout, honestly, aside from, change of t-shirt, change of socks, and if it's fucking cold as fuck out, bring some fucking extra cold weather gear. You could probably find a way to shove it into that waist pack too, honestly. I could probably roll up that Woobie tighter and shove some more cold weather gear in there, but it won't be waterproof in there. So I'd say throw it into the wet weather bag you keep on the inside. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to say about this. I don't know. I might make a video on my main pack next, because I have the Molly 4K. I don't have the large ruck anymore, but I've got the Molly 4K, which is like a weird large Alice ruck, but with Molly on it. But I've changed some shit out on that, especially the fucking frame and the pads that came with it. So I might make a video on that next. If not, I don't fucking know. I might make a video, like a doctrinal video on the fucking Scout Platoon handbook. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.